Wow, Leong Mun Wai, one of the last to be called. Wow, Leong Mun Wai, one of the last to be called.
Introduced the PAP government of today is relying on a patchwork.
It was brought to my attention that Non-Constituency member Mr Leong Mun Wai was interviewed for a podcast, Yala But. This was hosted by Harish and Terence, and which appeared in YouTube, TikTok, and on various days in May 2024. Mr. Leong also shared the podcast on his Facebook page. During the interview, the following exchange took place between Harish, the interviewer for Yala But, and Mr. Leong.
And I think Harish and I, when we were both seated there, we just really look at each other like, okay, this we got to figure out what drives Mr. Leong to do what he does.
Yeah, because literally, I mean, at least for the ones that we were there, whenever the speaker says, okay, any questions, you're one of the first to put your hands up.
and one of the last to be called, right?
Rising from the statement, I had asked for information on the occasions that Mr. Leong was called upon to make supplementary questions and clarifications in Parliament from August 2023 to May this year. The record provides no basis for the statement. It showed that Mr. Leong was called for supplementary questions and clarifications earlier than other members on many occasions, and that I had called him more than once on repeated occasions within the same item of business. Since Mr. Leong was present during the relevant sittings and would know the facts, the statement is a gross misrepresentation of the proceedings of Parliament. The statement also suggests that Mr. Leong is somehow treated differently from other members and that his clarifications and supplementary questions have been deprioritized. The statement casts aspersions on my fairness and impartiality in calling members. This is a reflection of my character as the Speaker, touching on my conduct of parliamentary proceedings. On 22nd June, I wrote to Mr. Leong asking him for the basis of the statement made by him. On 25th June, Mr. Leong replied to me. I will now quote the relevant extract of his email. It says, the statement was a tongue-in-cheek response and a light-hearted comment made at the start of the interview to lighten the mood in the context of a podcast. I had no intention whatsoever to cast any aspersion on your impartiality in Parliament. I will be posting a Facebook clarification on the statement to remove any misunderstanding, unquote. On the same day, Mr. Leong put up a clarification on his Facebook page, the relevant portion of which reads as follows. The Speaker has since brought to my attention that my quip may be construed as casting aspersions on his impartiality in calling MPs. I would like to clarify that my comment was a tongue-in-cheek response to Harish's comment, one of the first to put their hands up and one of the last to be called. A response that was meant to be a light-hearted one made at the start of the interview to lighten the mood in the context of a podcast. This was in no way meant to be a comment on Speaker's impartiality. Speaker has on various occasions called me ahead of other members, unquote. I have given careful and due consideration to the totality of Mr. Leong's explanations conveyed in his letters dated 25th June, 28th June, and 1st July, and in his meeting with me on 26th June. I want to emphasize that members sitting in the House will know what happened in our proceedings. If you then proceed to say that something different happened in the House, even in jest, you are willfully misrepresenting our proceedings. The misrepresentation is made more serious if it reflects on the character of a fellow member or the chair. As honourable members, we should not be engaging in such conduct, whether in jest or otherwise. I now consider this matter closed. Going forward, I would like to warn all members that these are serious matters and that such acts of contempt should not be repeated again, regardless of a member's intention.
Talking about Parliament, right?
Yeah.
So
You mean during the recording?
no, prior. I mean, last week, right?
Yeah.
He did. So we thought maybe it might come out in Parliament. We weren't 100% sure.
Yeah.
So we wanted to just catch it to see if anything like might be mentioned in the 5-minute segment or something.
Yeah, because if we knew, we probably would have gone.
Yeah. Did not expect it to take up like you said 14 minutes of everyone's time right at the start of the sitting of Parliament, because that's when they get the important stuff out of the way.
Yeah, and I'll explain why I was feeling gleeful, because I mean, just like it started off, one of the first few lines was like the name Yalabat was mentioned, Harish and Terence, and I think eventually he addressed me as Mr. Harish, I'm going to be going as from now on. Mr. Harish addressed in Parliament. So there was the part that was suddenly, oh shit, I mean, it's a bit surreal. Because we talk about a lot of politics, we've been to Parliament, but it's always been as like an observer, But to hear our names uttered, and I mean, the good thing is it was less about us. Like we technically, I don't think did anything wrong. In the eyes of Parliament or the authorities.
You could substitute us for any platform, and it would be the same thing.
Correct. And then but just hearing it unfold, and how much time was spent, then I was thinking, okay, then I had some thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit, right? You always imagine. You see like Joseph Schooling win Olympic medal, then he go Parliament, people clap. People like Shanti Pereira won, people clap.
As part of speeches,
that's how your name is brought in Parliament. I mean, did not expect my name to be brought in Parliament, this soon for quite different reasons than an Olympic gold medal.
I always picture myself, some minister talking about the importance of arts, by the two Academy Award winners, Terence Chia and Harish.
Asian Academy.
As in like projecting, just dreaming in the future, or like Emmy Award winning acting performance and all. But totally different.
Different. So I mean, as much as you like what you said, maybe gleeful, but also understanding that the context of it was essentially an exchange where someone is being lectured, right? Or being spoken to about his behavior. So you also have to dial back how gleeful you felt about it also, right?
Because exactly that. It is still a serious matter, It wasn't just a like that kind of thing where you want to
shout out.
Hello friends, we have come to the end already. Have you subscribed yet? Yes, press the subscribe button, the like button and the share button. Thank you and have a nice day.